Well, when I was talking to Matt, and we can get started. I was talking to Matt when he was telling me up under the hood. I was like, wow. And me, I'm real big on mental health.
Yeah.
I'm real big. That's my background.
Yep.
I'm a coach, life coach, transformative mindset coach. So, when he said, the podcast called Under the Hood, and I was like, ooh. I said, you mean like, is this dealing with automotive? Is it dealing with, he said, not really. I said, is this dealing with like helping people to dive more in deep? Because I always say like when you're not your best.
Sure.
That's a check engine light.
Right.
There's so many of us, when we can dress up, we can put on the nice shoes, the nice outfit, we can drive the best cars, but when we pop that hood, there's a lot of mechanical issues. There's a lot of check engine lights. There's a lot of, the dashboard lit up.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, ooh. So.
I preach that all the time to customers. Humans are just like cars.
Absolutely.
We have our own systems. Cars have their own systems. Computers have their own systems. And the more that we learn about each other and we understand the human body, the easier it's going to be.
That's it.
Whether that's mentally, physically, emotionally. And I think a lot of guys, even girls, they don't understand the mental side of it.
Yeah.
They can get physical, they can get emotional, but when it comes to the mental portion, that's when they lose it.
They lose it, man. And it's because it's one of them situations where I just feel like most people don't know how to manage it or deal with it.
Yeah.
The best way to deal with mental health is avoid it.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, you can avoid, you can run, you can even try to dress it up. No matter what you do, you're still going to have to face it. You're going to have to face it. It's one of them situations where you come back into the old days where, bullying was a thing back then. It still is.
Yeah.
But when we were getting bullied back then or someone was getting bullied, what was always told us? Stand up.
Yep. Stand up for yourself.
Stand up. You're going to go face that person.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. And, that's one of the things that helped me heal in so many ways, that I had to face it and acknowledge it, call it for what it is, and grow and heal from it. You know what I mean? Stop trying to avoid it. But I love the title, man. I'm ready. I'm ready. Like, I didn't know. I didn't know.
No, I think we're going.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Listen.
Hey, I appreciate you coming, brother.
Absolutely,
for sure.
man.
We've been knowing each other for 10, 12 years now.
10 plus years.
Yeah. And
10 plus
man,
years.
it's been a pleasure, dude.
Yeah.
I love having you as a friend, even as a mentor, dude.
Absolutely.
I've always looked up to you.
Yeah.
Even with the last meeting that we had, dude. It was. That's why I reached out, because you're a big role model for the community. Not just in Charlotte, but across the Southeast, right?
Out here
across the U.S., dude. I mean, you're getting pretty big out there. So,
man.
I've always looked up to you since the first time I met you, man.
Yeah.
Even we're trying to do the Step Up program that we done back in the day, and
we're still doing it.
Still doing it, right?
Yeah, we're still full throttle still.
No, I love it, and for the last 5 years, it was me trying to figure out how to do that. Wow. How do I become like an Arkevious?
Let me adjust my seat, man.
And I feel like I'm getting there.
Yeah.
There's still a long road ahead of us between myself and my brother and the company. But to get folks like yourself on here and to kind of talk about everyday life, family, entrepreneurship, and just living, man, the best we can, dude. That's pretty much the point we want to make.
Absolutely.
But dude, so tell me about me versus me.
Listen, man. First and foremost, let me just say thank you for
you're good, man. I appreciate you
inviting me to come on your platform. And anytime you guys reach out to me, it's an automatic yes. You know what I mean? It's not a second guess. And so it's an honor to see you even just expanding your knowledge and the things that you want to do as far as like reach people outside of just working on cars.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You're capitalizing in every space and in every angle as possible. But, the me versus me, absolutely, man, is you, bro.
Yeah,
Nothing changed till you change.
Yeah, I love that.
And I hate that I didn't bring no shirts, because I was like, I should have brought Castro. Castro, here we go again. Castro. Listen, I've been calling this man the wrong name for I cannot remember, but it is what it is, man. It's self-explanatory.
Sure.
You are your only obstacle. You are your worst enemy. You are the person that you have to face. Nothing can actually get in your way but yourself. And in the moment you learn that and you focus on how can I be the best version of me, that's when I can learn to win not only just the day, but everything else that I put in front of me. And so again, the fear of doubt, self-sabotage, and just the fear of disbelief. You know what I mean? The only competition is you.
Yeah, that's one
That's
thing I
it.
preach to my brother Matt every day.
Yeah.
Man. Whatever challenge we face,
Yeah.
the only person that's limiting yourself
That's
is
it.
you.
That's it.
And it's up to you to get yourself out of that hole. It's up to you to figure out the next step. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to give you a handout. Nobody's going to understand, where your mind is, where you're coming from, what your physical skill is.
Nothing.
Any of that except for you.
That's you.
No, dude, I love
I'm
that.
gonna get you. I'm gonna get you
Yeah,
yours.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that.
What size you wear?
1X. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll definitely take that.
I think we might have some 1X and whatnot, but man, this is one of the things that I pride myself on, is just being an inspiration. But not just the inspiration, but somebody who walks what he say.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Someone who actually live what he teach. And so, I'm not somebody who's out here just blowing smoke in the air. No, I'm a walking testament of, get out of Arkevious way.
Nah, I love
You know what I'm saying? So, and you've seen a lot, a lot, but, just my backstory of experiencing so much trauma, mental abuse, sexual abuse, psychological abuse, and, as a young kid dealing with foster care, group homes, detention centers, training school, state prison, federal prison, facing a life sentence at 13 for a crime I did commit, only to be sentenced to 4 years at 13, come home at 17, but just to return back at 19 for another attempted murder, facing 35 years to life. So when you talking about me versus me, nah.
Yeah.
No, it's you
against the world.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just showing people that, it's a great statement, but it's a fact. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear the excuses. I don't want to hear what you went through. No, pull your boots up, tighten your belt up, roll your shoulders back, and face you so you can move forward, man. But absolutely, man. Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started.
I love that. I definitely, again, I think that you're a large role model for even just not even just the Charlotte community, but just in general.
Yeah.
Walk me through kind of like your first real intellect experience where you had to really kind of do a me versus me.
Oh, love it. I was 36 years old.
Yeah.
I am 44. And 36 years old, I decide to finally forgive my mom.
Okay.
That was the one that was like the toughest, because with all the things, like I was sharing with you, with all of the things that I went through as far as like the molestations, my mom, who I love dearly, she's been 18 years clean. She's still here. She's still here today with me. And, her drug addiction played a part, right? My father's drug addiction and his alcoholism played a part. And so I never had that structure. I never had that support and that stability and to where I can say, I was protected. My young man, or not my young man, but my son, come home to a loving home and a warm bed. No, sure. I was all over the place. And that was the very thing as I got to the point of being released in 2006, 2005, 2006. So I've been home 20 years on the right path and never went back. But I remember, like, you owe me an apology. As I was trying to heal, I'm in that healing phase. I'm trying to face me, face my demons, face my myself, and I didn't like what I was facing. So I need to be around good people, good counsel, positive individuals, removing myself from certain environments and situations. So as I was doing all the right things, I keep running into this one big problem. I cannot forgive my mom. That was just that one thing. I can't get it from my father. Sure. My father ended up committing suicide in 2002. And I can't.
How old were you?
And when he committed suicide, I was 21.
Wow. So
I was incarcerated.
The same age my
Get out of here.
Yeah, same age my dad passed.
And, I remember I would love to get I got chills just now. I was actually incarcerated when he did it. And
so you weren't even there.
I wasn't there, but it was like this too.
Were you guys close?
No. I had emotionally, mentally, and physically detached myself from my dad by the age of 11.
Okay.
Because of a lot of things that was done to me.
Sure.
By him, a lot of physical abuse, a lot of, I was afraid of my father, man.
Sure.
He was just, here it is, I'm 5'10". My mom 5'3". My dad 6'4", 6'5", tall guy. And I went through a lot, he he took a lot of his frustration out on me when it came to having to raise a son, his only son. Me and my sister, he raised 2 kids by himself. He did a good job, but there's a lot of things that I had to endure, and I had to mask it as a young kid. I had to put on a smile and go to school the next day, knowing that I'm afraid to go back home when school. So school at that moment was a safety net for me. I mean, I felt like when teachers hugged me, I never got hugged at home.
Sure.
I was afraid to go home. So the moment where I realized I hated him, and it's crazy because I can say that I don't think I have closure from that, because it was like I can't sit down with you and tell you how I felt.
No, I can totally.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that, dude. I can totally relate to that. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
It took me 5 years to get to the point where, it wasn't my mother, it was my father.
Yeah.
They all passed. My mother, my father, and my brother all passed at the same time, and it's like, why? You know what I mean? And
that why, boy, man.
Yeah, it's just like, why, dude? And it took me 5 years to really, move past that. And again, I can't sit down with him, but I forgive him. And I think that heaven, there's no sorrow, there's no depression, there's nothing of that nature. So when you do get to that stage in life, the afterlife, there's no place but forgiveness. There's no place but being happy. And dude, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy how life gets thrown at you.
When your car breaks down, you need more than just a quick fix. You need the confidence that it'll be restored like new. That's what Meineke Car Care delivers. From everyday gas-powered vehicles to the latest hybrids and EVs, our expert technicians have the skill and cutting-edge tools to repair it all. Engine trouble, worn brakes, suspension issues, dents, or advanced electric diagnostics. We don't just patch problems, we bring your car back to life. At Meineke, we believe total car care means peace of mind, safety, and reliability for every mile ahead. Why settle for less when you can drive away feeling like you've got a brand new car? Meineke Car Care, because your car deserves nothing less than the best.
But I used to hate my dad, dude. I used to like, why? And I think a lot of that was the demon that he carried. Maybe that was like a family demon that came from generations down in his past. I don't know why he did it. There had to have been a reason, and I forgive him. Life's too short to, I feel like, hold grudges.
Right.
And connecting with God, I've been doing that recently for the last couple of years. That's definitely helped myself kind of get past kind of the grief and being upset. Dude, I used to wake up every morning like crying, like why? Like why did this happen? I'm at the point now where I connected with God. I understood, everything happens for a reason. Everybody's going to have their time that they got to punch, unfortunately. Right. But theirs came a little bit sooner, just like some other folks that we know. It's about connecting with God and understanding that there is an opportunity to the afterlife. There is an opportunity to reach those souls and speak to them on through the fence that we call medium or whatever the case is. And dude, it's just the spiritual world is crazy, man. It's a crazy place.
It's one of them situations where when you're needing peace yourself, and me saying that I never got that closure, not because I need you to be proud of me,
right?
Because I'm your only son. And the last thing I've ever heard you say when I was incarcerated was, "I love you," over the phone. But I never said it back because that was the first time in my life I've ever heard you say that. And here it is, I'm 21. And so I was like, okay. Then shortly right after that, he took his own life. But it's the fact that your son turned out to be this international success where the world, so many people around this world know, writing books, going back to school, getting a degree, finish high school, and get a.
And that didn't come from that.
It ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And your son ended up being a father, and he's loving his kids, and you know everything that I didn't get. You know what I mean? I'm making sure that I pour back, and you know, so that's what I wanted. I want to forgive you, and I have to from a supernatural place. I have to, because from a natural, physical, I can't have it.
Sure.
So I need to say, God, cleanse this from me.
Right.
So I don't keep carrying this, because that's a closure. If I keep carrying it, it would never end.
Right.
Because
I
he's
can't
not
let this
here.
burden affect
right.
me.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, my children and my family.
Yes. And so, but I had the opportunity to do that with my mom.
Right.
So, but that's why I was so tough, because she's here.
Right.
And so that means I got to face the very thing that I love and hate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so 36 years old, I decided to go to her, and I gave her a card, and I gave her 2 roses, and I made sure I was
How
like,
long has it been since you spoke to her at 36?
oh, prior to?
Yeah, prior to speaking.
It was
to her.
hit and miss. So I didn't do birthdays for her. I didn't do Christmases for her. I didn't do Mother's Day for her, because like I never got anything for my birthdays, right? I never got Christmas gifts from you, or I never got that mother. So how can I give you when I would try to do something for Mother's Day, it was hard. You know how you go to Mother's Day, you always trying to find that perfect card?
Sure.
And you're reading like 20 cards.
Yeah.
And
Something that relates back to your mother.
And none would relate.
Sure.
And I just felt like, man, that ain't her. That ain't her. So I would avoid it. And so with me avoiding showing her love, it kept us divided. It kept us separated. And I was in Minneapolis speaking, and one young lady was like 16 years old, and she was like, how is your mom and you relationship now? And it would like hit me like a ton of bricks. So how I'm sitting here talking about forgiveness, healing, and XYZ, and you ain't even let go or healed and forgave your own mom. And so that was an open invitation for me and me. You know what I mean? Me, where I know I am wanting to go and where God is trying to take me, and me, the old me, you're still holding on to it. And so the moment where I build up the courage and the guts and just the emotions, I went to her and I was like, I want to say, forgive me for holding on to something for so long, keeping you in imprisonment in my mind and my heart. And bro, let me say something. I cried on that porch with her. She cried, and since then, I go see her. She called me. I mean, we have a good relationship. I mean, it's not the best, but I wanted to forgive myself for my own freedom. Like you said, I needed to be set free.
Yeah.
But sometimes, when people, they want freedom, but they're still anchored to the problem. They're still anchored to the pain. And so, that is just one of the things that I even feel like, when I heard about, the podcast, man, it spoke something so profound to me, because so many of us are successful. You're successful. I'm successful in our own ways.
Right.
We're doing great things. We turned some very traumatic experiences that could have probably took some people out and sent them to a dark place and shine light on it, and we grew from it.
Yep.
But somehow we're still anchored in some capacity to it. And so that's why I'm like, when you say up under the hood, I'm like, man, you know how many beautiful cars you probably guys that get pulled up in here, like, man, that thing nice. But what's wrong with it? But the engine done went out. Man, that's a nice, boy, you look good. But is your heart right? How's your mind?
Right.
How's your family?
Right.
No, how are you for real?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we can camouflage a lot.
Yeah.
Let me stop, man. I get
When
worked
really
up quick,
down
bro.
With somebody, When you really sit down with somebody, you're like, really, dude, like, how do you feel? You really get that one-on-one with them, man. They break down, dude. They start telling you, oh man, I have a problem with my wife, my kids.
Yes.
My grandma died. Whatever the case is, and dude, it's just getting that one-on-one or 2v2 with people, going out to dinner, going out to the movies, hanging out, and just chopping it up, man.
That's it. And a lot of times, that's what you be needing.
Yeah.
You be needing that outlet. You be needing that. Listen, Mike, I don't, as a person, I'm an international speaker. The world look at me in a manner of, you don't go through nothing. Your life has to be perfect. I know you're married. I know you and your wife, you're so beautiful. Man, y'all just so amazing. That's a picture you're looking at.
Yep.
But me and my wife go through challenges.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know what I'm saying? There's some times I'm like, man, listen, hey, if this is what we want to do,
Oh yeah.
you know, but at the same time, you know, we also have to make sure that we're keeping everything up under our hood maintained. You know how they say, hey man, listen, if you want to keep that car running for a long time, just keep the checks up. You know what I mean? Make sure you're changing this and make sure you fixing that. Make sure you're keeping,
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying, schedule.
It's even as simple as getting your physical every
Your
year.
physical, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing.
There's a lot of guys that speak to them like, dude, when's the last time you got a physical? They're like, bro, you sound like my doctor. I'm like,
yeah, that's serious though.
I'm like, yeah, but dude, like you got to be getting an annual physical, man. They're like, and then they come to find out and something's wrong with them or something.
It's men though. Men struggle with that.
Yeah, you know, I would agree that it's mostly men, but I think when women and even children, even children that don't have the parents to tell them to go do that. I think they struggle with that sometimes.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, it's just like you said, man, checking up on yourself, kind of understanding the day every day of what's going on with not only you but your peers.
Yeah.
And the more that we can get synergized and coherent
It's
together,
important.
dude, the better the world's gonna be, man.
You have to learn as you're navigating life, bro, that you have to be centered.
Right.
And if you're not centered, find a balance so you can be centered.
Right.
And one thing that, when you look at a scale, there's a weight that you have to put where? In the center. That's the only way it's going to balance things out. And that's what life is about. That's what business is about. I see people go. And they have a vision. They have a plan. And I'm like, oh, are you taking some time out for you?
Right.
You know what I mean? Are you making sure that because we pour so much into people. We're always showing up for people. We pick up the phone when it calls. We return text messages. But when we're sitting down to ourselves, then we start looking at like, damn, who can I call?
Right.
Like, who can I really reach out to and say, man, I just need a moment of your time. You got a few minutes? Yeah, I got a few minutes. Man, I got this going on with me right now. You know what I'm saying? Who can we really trust? And I think that's so important that we got to have people, or we need to be making sure we have people that, hey, you tapping in with me. Because I'm always pouring and I got an empty cup.
Yeah, having that circle. I don't think anybody could do this world alone.
No, they can't, bro.
I think somebody always has that right hand person, or even just a small circle.
Got to.
Anybody that says they're rocking this world alone, dude,
they're lying.
They're lying.
You can't do it by yourself.
No, definitely not.
You know what I'm saying? That's why when I was talking to you earlier, what I say I said, who is your mentor? Because I'm so proud of you. Seriously,
Thank you.
That's.
I would say honestly, one of my biggest mentors is one of my dad's good friends from high school.
Right.
His name is Steve.
Wow.
And he's actually my general counsel for the company.
Wow.
So he does all of my legal stuff, compliance stuff, things of that nature. Retired Air Force captain.
He's a sharp dagger boy.
Retired JAG attorney in the military. So he's very, very, very sharp when it comes to any aspect. He's not even automotively inclined, and he does anything he can to learn about the automotive industry, and he knows more now in the last 3 years he's been with us than most of my lead technicians.
Really?
He's a sharp guy, and it's all about just applying yourself.
Yeah.
This guy, anything he does, he applies himself.
That separates you from everybody else.
It separates you. He takes the opportunities to actually read, understand the literature in front of him, and then act. A lot of people act before they read, and this is not that guy. And he's saved me a lot of money.
Yeah.
He's taught me a lot, and I plan to have him until he retires. He's a little bit older now.
Yeah.
But he's a fantastic asset.
Yeah.
I look at him as one of my stronger mentors. I mean, dude, even yourself, dude, the me versus me thing, I love it. Dude.
I'm gonna make sure.
I need a shirt, dude.
I'm gonna make sure.
I love it. But,
I'm make sure.
Like even knowing each other for 10 plus years, dude, I've always looked up to you. We've had you come out for one of our manager meetings.
I'm trying to see when we're going to make that happen again.
Oh, we definitely have to do another one.
Don't you bring us on because you was.
No. We definitely have to do another one for sure. And, just getting together and bringing kind of what your skills are and what my skills are, putting them together. Ooh. Because there might be things that you know that I don't, and vice versa. There might be things that I know that you don't.
But I was proud about you when you did your presentation.
No, thanks.
I said, okay, bro, all right. But you did a great job, though. I love what you're doing. I love your mindset. I love actually where your heart is. You know what I'm saying? You're not wanting employees. You wanting to build people. You're
Yeah.
pushing people to be better than what you did when you walked in here. You know what I mean? I want to see. You know what I'm saying?
That's my goal. I mean, my goal is not to just hire people and call them like you're number 72.
Yeah.
You know, I know every employee's name that works for our company. You know, because not only because I do the onboarding with my HR person, but I make sure. Yeah, but I make sure that I understand, you know, who they are, where they've been, kind of what their goals are.
Yeah.
We do put that as a question in one of our hiring questionnaires.
Where you learn that from, though? And then, you know why I'm asking this, because I'm
you know, I did a little bit of college, you know, high school, things like that, but it's really
You went to college?
I did. I did a little bit of a community college. I actually just got my EV and hybrid certification through Weber State University in Ogden, Utah.
But what did I see with you doing something with you flying planes and stuff?
Yeah, so I just got my student pilot's license. So I got about 20 hours or so now.
This must be a clone. What a real you. This got to be a clone.
So yeah, so I got my boater's license. I'm renting a boat up on Lake Norman. We do that, and I got the towing company now. So we got a towing company.
Yeah, I need to. This must be the clone. This is like it got to be 2 or 3 of you.
Yeah. No, I don't want to be stagnant.
Come on,
I've always
man.
said that, and dude, I'm young, man. I'm only 27. I know you.
Yeah.
You know me since I was like
Yeah,
15.
bro.
So.
Listen, you was young, man.
So you know,
you was young in the shop, though.
Yeah. I've been with doing automotive since I could
Bro.
walk, but in this industry, yeah. So I mean, forever, and I always tell my guys, there's nothing that I would have them do that I can't do, but I can't do everything at once, so I need them to do it.
Yeah.
Escape the ordinary cruise into comfort and freedom with classic current rentals. Spacious, stylish, built for unforgettable moments on the water. Whether you're relaxing with friends or celebrating under the sunset sky, there's no better way to ride the waves. Book your adventure today with Classic Current Rentals, the lake's premier pontoon rental service. Easy, affordable, unforgettable, because great days start on the water.
But where do you think you model? I know we was talking about, you know, our fathers, and you know, I see so much of me and my dad.
A lot of people say that about me, and
A lot of people say that,
I would
bro?
say, yeah. my dad, and I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to spend the first 21 years of my life with him. I mean, that was crucial to me.
Yeah.
I feel like if I didn't do that, we would be in a totally different planet.
Yeah.
I have that charisma that he had. I
Very.
have that character that
I
he
feel
had.
like I'm sitting down with him. It's crazy.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I feel like I'm sitting down with him, bro.
He was never a bad guy.
No,
I mean,
man.
he was. I don't know what happened. Everybody has their bad days.
Yeah.
And dude, I mean, he's taught me everything I know, just how to be a good person to society,
Yeah.
and you know how to say yes, ma'am, no, sir. You know, and just
He was a hustler, bro. He was a grinder.
he taught me,
Yeah.
you know, anything about how to engage with the customer, how to be that people person.
You know, that was the very thing that separated him as being the owner of a shop. He was customer service. He was the mechanic. He was the person who asked, he was everything.
He loved it. Yeah, he was the jack of all trades.
He was very he was personable.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people flaw from that because too many people get into the habit of sale.
Yeah.
I want money. I'm money hungry, and that's not it.
Yeah.
Building customer trust, understanding what people actually need, and giving the customers the opportunities to make their own decisions. Dude, we're not about peer pressure. We're not about putting stuff down your throat. We're about informing you properly and then giving you the opportunity to fix it with our input. You know what I mean? And I think that, you know, again, getting engaged with the customer the way that my dad did, that's what rubbed off on me, and that's why we do so well compared to the average Joe.
That's why I always wanted to. That's the reason why I really stayed coming to Meineke.
No, we appreciate that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it was more I knew truthfully, I would always go there, and I know I was going to cut up. We was going to have good conversation. Joe and I, your father and I, always had great conversation. And, you know, that's one of the things, even as you were saying that, you know, even as I know that how I want other people to excel and how you start to implement and put in certain systems to even motivate them to go higher.
Right.
You know, like I was asking you earlier, like, where did that come from? You know what I mean? Then I start, because I'm a people watcher.
Sure.
I watch people. I watch their body language. I watch their eyes. I watch everything about a person. My wife always say, like, why do you? And I'm like, I don't know. And, you know, as I just look back, I think, you know what I mean, and I might be wrong, but I think I'm able to take a stab at that, is that, you know, you knew what your dad lacked when it came to excelling and growing as far as the employment body, as far as like support and motivating them and, you know, and making them feel good about themselves, to push them to want to do more for the company, for themselves first, but for the company in return. And I saw you starting to do like awards and like, listen, this is what's a prize, like whoever hit it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We implemented all that stuff after my dad passed. Again, it was more like a family atmosphere. Now we have more of the corporate family atmosphere, so we're able to kind of do the things that we weren't able to do.
Yeah.
When my dad was around, dude, it was literally like just
nope.
It was him kind of controlling
old
everything.
school. He was old school.
Yeah, very old school. You know, we had 5 locations, and he was.
Where y'all at now?
Going on
man, come
13
on, man, pop your
locations.
collar, bro. Where you at now?
So we're actually going on 13 locations here by the end of the year. You know, our goal is 20 to 25 locations in the next 3 to 5 years.
I'm just saying,
So,
can I just get some? Can I buy some stock in it? Can I get a little shares in it?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Can I get a little shares in it? You know what I mean?
Man, for
One
sure.
thing I know, but you about your bread now.
Yeah, no, I mean, and again, it all comes by making sure that the customer's taken care of.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean? Without having the customer skill that we have, without implementing the Godspeed process across all the locations and keeping things streamlined and making sure, you know, customers understand no matter what Godspeed Meineke location you go to, you always get that same experience. And I think that's what scaled us to the top. And then that's what's going to continue to scale us, you know, just by being a good person. I mean, that's really all it takes, man, just getting engaged with people. You know, the automotive industry is tough because when a car breaks down, it's an inconvenience.
Yes.
So what are we doing to change that person's day?
And you don't know what a person going through either.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, we talked about shining light, and the only way you can shine light is if there's darkness. Everybody has darkness around them. So how are you going to get that light going, and how are you going to shine that light to avoid the darkness and make sure that darkness is dissipated out to real light? And again, you know, everybody that comes into the automotive field, to the automotive world, you know, they're so gung-ho to sell and to not get engaged with the customer, and that's not what it's about.
Right.
There's billions of people in this world.
Yeah.
But what makes Arkevious come back to me?
Come on.
You know, what makes, you know, this guy come back to us? What makes that guy come back to us? And it's getting engaged with them understanding what we have to offer versus just being a automotive shop.
Yeah.
You know, and I get customers all the time, dude. They bring me cookies, you know, when it's Christmas
You
time.
eating them?
You know?
I'm not. It wasn't no shot, nothing like that. No, it looked like you done dropped some weight though,
no,
man.
That's dad bod, man.
Yeah,
That's dad bod. I got my third baby coming, man. That's dad bod. But,
congratulations on that, man. Congratulations on that.
But you know, it's just customers won't take the time out of their day to do that if they didn't appreciate you.
Right.
You know, and it's not even just being a customer; it's just being a friend at that point.
Right.
You know, they're going to be like, "Man, that guy really took care of me.
Absolutely.
I'm going to make sure I take care of him." And that's how the world works.
It's about building relationships, and you know, from the business aspect of it, from your personal aspect of it, everything is about how can we leverage what we have. How am I able to help you? Or how are you able to help assist me in any capacity? And you know, when you look at all of those, and if you can carry that across the spectrum of personal life and business life, that you value relationships, everything else will fall in place because your morals are intact, and the things that you lead with are intact. But you know what I mean, if you're starting to put other things, if you put a dollar before the customer, or you put money before relationships, you know what I mean, it's only a matter of time that relationship is going to separate from a personal standpoint as well as from a business standpoint. So learn to understand that the person that you connect with, that's why I value, I mean, yes, some people can come and get around you, brother, and say, man, y'all got 11, 12 stores open? Oh man, let me see how can I help what you guys are doing? You know what I mean? Or when I say, man, how you doing?
Sure.
Because I value relationships more than I value a dollar. You can write me a $10,000 check, and I promise you can take care of that, whatever you need to. And in a week or so, $10,000 is no money. That can be gone in a week. But a relationship is forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That person always got your back.
As long as you make it.
Yeah. And that's why I even to the point of making sure I got the right people around me. Because at the end of the day, I need somebody I can fall back on because I'm not always my best self.
Sure.
Here it is. I'm standing in front of stages and hundreds of people, thousands of people, and I'm going into Mecklenburg County Jail, talking to the residents in there, and I'm coming to community. We putting programs in the community. Dude, I'm not always my best self, so I need to have somebody I can check in with. So I value relationships. That's what I lead with. You know what I mean? And anybody who needs to understand that piece, you need to, because if you want to go far in life, you can go fast, like the saying goes, you can go fast by yourself, but you can go a whole lot farther with the right people.
100%.
The right people.
100%.
Yeah.
I always preach that success doesn't find you, you find it. And the only way you're going to find it is by getting surrounded by the proper people.
That's it.
If you're surrounded by, the bad group,
Come on.
you're going to be the bad egg.
You're going to see it.
You're going to see it.
It's only a matter of time.
And, you surround yourself with good people that are doing well for themselves.
Yeah.
And they want well for you.
Yeah.
Dude, you're gonna strive.
Man, you said something that really just struck me, and I teach on this. There's an analogy that's out there where they show like a healthy, beautiful strawberry. Then they show a one that's kind of rotten. And in days, what fungus that's on the rotten one, it grows. There are some good people that we come in contact with. And if we're not right, what we contaminate it with, it spreads on them.
Yep.
And we can sometimes push support and good people
Yep.
out the way. We can sometimes, if you a customer walk in the door and your mindset is wrong, your attitude, your deliverance wrong, your tone is wrong, that person, before they tell you what problem it is, I'm just gonna go ahead and just walk back out. I'm gonna go down the road.
Yeah, I preach this all the time to my employees. Humans are just like the machines, right? So when you have a bad gear in your group, your group is a machine, and you have a bad gear in your group, and that bad gear, you try to put maintenance on it, and you try to talk to it, and you try to fix that gear.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that bad gear still has missing teeth that you can't fix.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
So what are we doing then?
Yeah.
Are we still going to continue to waste our time with that bad gear, or are we going to say, no, this is where I'm going to have to cut you off because you're not doing what's right for the group,
Yes.
what's right for us, what's right for everybody.
Cancer spreads.
And that's right, man.
It
That's
spreads.
Right. Yep.
And if you don't get it right and either nip it in the bud, make whatever adjustment, it spreads. And I thought about, I lost my uncle maybe I want to say probably 10 years ago. And he had a problem in his foot. And they took off a piece of his foot. But they realized some months later, oh, wait a minute, it's starting to still grow. So we had to cut it from the knee. He didn't want to do it. He left that when he left the doctor that day, after they told him it's spreading, we need to cut it off.
Yep.
So it can prevent any other major issues, even death. He got bad. He went to the doctor like the next day or so. They say, we need to cut it. He went home that day. And he died that day. He died that day because he didn't want to cut the leg. That's like life. If you're not careful with what you have around you,
Yep.
if you don't nip it in the bud, if you don't go ahead and cut that, let me go ahead and disconnect that. It's going to cause a ripple effect
Yep.
with the culture in the business. If you don't be careful with the type of people that you make sure that you have around you, it's going to affect not only just your marriage, your relationship with your kids.
Yep.
It's going to affect your finances. It's going to affect your mental health. It's going to affect
you.
It's going to affect your personal life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're going down. You're going down. There's no up from that. And it's just identifying that.
Yeah.
Nip it in the butt, as you said. Find that out quickly.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that,
Yeah.
lean to your friends, the good ones that you still have. Help have them. Dude, I really would like to talk to you. It goes a long way for a grown man to say, dude, can I just talk to you for a minute? Like, I just got something on my chest.
Men are prideful. We are prideful creatures, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody said. I don't think no man would disagree with that. Pride is the ultimate sacrifice that you're going to make with your life of growth, that you're going to see that you're going to fail every single day. It's destruction. It's the ultimate caliper to destruction, pride, because you don't know how to ask for help.
Yep.
My check engine light is on. Dude, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I know what it looks like. I know what it looks like. I know what people may think, but I'm not okay. But the pride won't allow me to say, I need help.
Right.
I'm drowning. I'm drowning.
Have you ever had a moment like that?
Heck yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I'm telling you, I've had multiple pride moments that messed up good relationships because I was all in my feelings. My pride sometimes peeped its little ugly head out in my marriage. A lot. You know what I mean? I get in my little feelings a lot.
Sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so, yes, but I have to check it. I have to check it. And I'm telling you right now, it was years. I wouldn't even do it even with my organization. I wouldn't ask for help, and I'm knowing that, dude, we're drowning over it. Like, yeah, we're helping, but I'm putting too much of my own personal money into this. The organization is really just staying afloat. One good wave come, it might sink. And so
I feel that.
yeah.
Dude, I feel that, man.
Yeah.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
It's just,
Pride, bro. That's why I
it's
ask
a
for
killer.
help.
Yeah, it's a killer. It definitely gets you in your mode to where you want to like isolate yourself.
Absolutely.
And
You're going to do that.
Yeah, you don't want to speak, and I feel like for the last few years that was kind of myself.
Wow.
I feel like there was just too much. Wow, like all right, so I'm a big dog now. I'm not feeling it yet.
Yeah.
And setting that pride aside from putting that to the past of, all right, so my father owned the company, now I own the company. Understanding that at the end of the day, you're still a person.
Yeah.
It don't matter who you are.
You never healed, bro.
Never here?
You never healed.
I'm never healed. No.
No, you never healed.
No, you never will.
No, let me tell you why I say that. I'm sorry, but because when the tragedy happened for you, you didn't have time to heal. You didn't even have time to process. Because this was the mountain that I got to face. I mean, this done happened. I don't like it. Why?
Right.
Why do this to me?
Yeah.
Why do this to me? Why put me in this type of situation? I'm not ready for this. You didn't have time to grieve, to heal, and to process. Because business still have to keep going. And that to me is the most important thing that I would encourage anybody, but even yourself. Get peace.
Yep.
Get peace. And peace is not you saying I'm okay. Because you will never be okay. You'll never be okay.
Yeah, I think I think definitely I agree. I think healing will never be fully,
Yeah.
you know, but at the same time, I think peace comes from myself, from connecting with God. I feel like, over connecting with God for the last couple of years, I feel like that really brightened my eyes and brightened my world, and kind of understanding that this stuff happens.
Yeah.
It's not just me. Somebody always has it worse. There's a guy out there that's missing a leg, that has 8 kids, that's making a hell of a lot less money, that doesn't have a place to live, living out of his van that doesn't run. And how could I be upset with the position that I'm in when someone's got it 10 times worse?
Yeah.
When someone just lost way worse. Everything happens to everybody.
Yeah.
How do we get past that?
Yeah.
How do we understand that? How do we adapt? Whether it's through the literature, whether it's through talking to people, whether it's through God,
Yeah.
all those things. And now that's definitely what shined the light into my world. You never heal,
Yeah.
you never fully heal, like we talked about. But at the same time, you have to find that niche for you, and you have to stick with it, and you have to strive for it, and you have to understand. All right, once I complete this level, where's my next level? Never be stagnant, never be at your high score, because there's always a high score to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
And you know, that's what I preach. That's what I live by. I see you too doing that, man. I mean, you're always opening up something else.
Man, I you know, I've been just trying to make sure that whatever it is God want me to do, I just want to stay in alignment with that. Life is about leaving, you know, legacy. I hear people talk about legacy all the time. Legacy is not what you leave behind. It's what you leave in people.
Right.
That's legacy.
Right.
Because seeds grow and seeds produce fruit. Those fruit have seeds that produce more trees and more fruit. Meineke is a building, but what you guys instill in those here is legacy. You said it early in the beginning that we all are here on borrowed time. We don't know the day, we don't know the time, we don't know the hour, we don't know where, we don't know how, we don't know when. We don't, but it's guaranteed. We're gonna leave here.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what fingerprints are you leaving on the lives of others? What footprints are you leaving behind so people can know where to follow?
Yep. It's not the land, it's the man.
It's the man.
It's the man.
It's the man.
When you're stuck, stressed, and stranded, you need more than just a tow. You need someone who gets there fast and gets the job done right. With Planet Auto Towing, you have a local go-to for 24/7 roadside support across Charlotte and the Carolinas. Whether it's a breakdown, accident, or just a shop-to-shop move, our team is fast, reliable, and always ready to help. No call centers, just real people who care. We proudly partner with trusted local shops and dealerships to keep their operations running smoothly and their customers safe. So when the unexpected happens, trust Planet Auto Towing. We're here when you need us, day or night. Fast, local, reliable.
I preach it all the time. I mean, when people come in, if people come in because they know that I'm here, because they know that my store manager's here. People don't come back because they see Meineke's name.
Yeah.
They know Meineke's there, so that's why customers come, because it's a big advertisement to attract customers, right? But what makes that customer come back?
Yeah.
It's not Meineke. It's the man that took care of him.
It's the man.
It's the female that took care of him. It's the person inside that they really connected with, and they're like, wow.
Yeah.
That person took care of me, dude. I'm going to go home and I'm going to tell everybody
Yeah,
about
and
him.
let them know about Meineke, man. They're good people over there. They take care of you. And that's important,
and,
though.
you know, it all goes back to getting engaged,
Yeah.
understanding, you know, where your mindset is, where people's mindset are. Again, when people are coming in, they're upset, right? Their car broke down. They got a flat tire. They're on the way to work. Whatever the case is, nobody wants to pull over for maintenance.
Nobody really got the money.
Nobody has the money. Everybody wants a car to run forever. But that's just not reality.
Nope.
And how do we make sure that customers feel that intellect experience that we can give them by just talking to them?
Yeah.
I would like to pride ourselves that we do that.
Yeah. Putting the people's first.
Yeah, putting
You know
the
what I'm
people
saying?
first.
Like, I mean, your car is a priority, and it's our priority. I know it's a need, it's a necessity for you, but we want to make sure we put you first. 100%. And so if you know that you're being valued, we were just talking about this yesterday. If you put your efforts in making sure, and matter of fact, I talked about it when I did the training, if the clients are happy, then that means that's an evidence and an example of what that person who works for this company is being poured into, built into. And if they're making the customer happy, that means the company is making sure that the employee is happy. You know, you can't help but look at like Chick-fil-A. You know what I mean? You can be having a terrible day.
Chick-fil-A just
like,
trains you to smile.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
They train their customers to smile.
My pleasure. Anything else? My pleasure. You're like, you know what?
Not only are they training their employees, they're training their customers.
Their customers
smile,
too.
You know,
go to McDonald's.
Yeah, go to McDonald's and have the same experience. You're not gonna.
You're not.
Yeah,
you're not.
I agree.
Yeah, and so how you treat your clients is a clear indication on what is instilled into the employees.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
And it all goes back, I believe, also connects to the spiritual world as well. And the reason why I say that is because, dude, when you come in, I mean, like, you're still talking about my dad.
Yeah.
And there's other people also that still talk about him, and that brightens my day to hear that, because that means that his soul is still around. You know, when you stop talking about somebody truly,
that means a lot.
That means that they're no longer around.
Yeah,
but when you still bring them up even 5 years later, and you're just, man, that guy, dude, he just took care. Like, dude, he was just an automotive guy. And, you know, we were out here for a few years before we even met him. Yeah. And you guys only knew each other for a few years.
Yeah.
But just to have that impact, you know, that just goes to show that not only connecting with customers in the entrepreneurial realm that you're in, you know, for sales-wise or for people-wise, whatever the case is, you can still connect with them spiritually when they're no longer here. Yeah. And that's by speaking of that person, you know. Man, that guy took care of me, dude. Bro, I hear it all the day.
That is one of the biggest things when you're talking about, you know, I mean, that's just another component of the legacy.
Yeah.
And I say this all the time. What did I leave you feeling like the moment we separated?
Yep.
So this conversation, you're going to remember the interview, but you're going to also remember the feeling. You know, and that to me always is a testament of, it's not what you carry, it's what you leave in others. Because I can have this powerful gift inside of me and come in contact with you and not give you none of it.
Right.
No.
Right. Never even talk to each other.
Let me pour a little bit out. Yeah. You know what I mean? It might be in your cup. It might be something that fall on the floor. Yeah. You might step in it, but you're going to experience it.
Now shine that light into someone's day.
Absolutely.
You know, there's just too much darkness in the world. Yeah. And when you shine that light into someone's cup, you know, they drink a little bit of it and they're like, wow, that guy really rubbed off on me. Yeah. I'm going to try to replicate that. And it's just a big snowball effect.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's insane.
You got a purpose, man. And you know, everybody, I've said this yesterday, in jail. You know what I mean? You might can't wear my shoes, but God has a pair of shoes for you.
Right.
Your path may not be my path, but God has a path for you. You just got to be willing to put the shoes on and walk it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And whatever that journey is, it's not saying that you'll be prepared for it, but He will equip you for it.
Yep.
He will instill the right things in you. And so I'm looking at it. You know what I mean? You don't have on your dad's shoes. He just showed you the footsteps.
Right.
But you have been instilled with so many other things that what path that you have been laid before you, those footsteps stop at a certain point. Now you know where to go from that point. And you've created a trail. And you know, I hike a lot. I go to Crowder's Mountain a lot. Crowder's Mountain have multiple trails. And you know, it depends on what trail you want to take. It doesn't matter. You're still gonna get to the top. No matter what trail you go to.
You can take the easy route. Yeah, you can take the hard route.
You're still gonna get to the top.
You're still gonna get to the top.
Yeah, you're gonna get to a point where it's gonna split off in so many ways. You're still gonna get to the top.
Yep, and that top is what you make of it.
It's what you make of it. You can take the easy trail, or you can take the hard trail.
The hard trail, you know, might be a little bit harder, a little bit more challenging, but a little bit more fruitful.
Bro, let me tell you something about that hard trail. It makes you appreciate.
Definitely.
It pushes you. It challenges you. It stretches you outside of what you were so comfortable with and familiar with. Oh, man, I do this trail all the time. Man, you can be on the phone, have a conversation with somebody while you walking it.
Yep.
But, man, when you take that hard trail, no, I need to focus. No, I need to lock in. Go, ooh, oh, I need to take a breather. Oh, this thing, boy, my body. Now it's your mindset now. And when you choose whatever path God has before you, understand that no matter what path you take, it still need to make sure it's aligned with what God taking. And I promise you, both of them, all of them are rewarding, but choose the hard way because it changes you. I want to do anything that I feel like God has before me. It has to challenge me. That's how I know, okay, this is definitely a line. If it's easy, that's me. That's me. That's me moving in that direction. That's me doing that. I want the challenge.
Yeah, if you feel no friction in your life, you're doing something wrong.
Come on, bro.
If you feel like you just, you know, you can go to bed at whatever time you want, wake up whatever time you want, there's a purpose for you, and you need to find it because I wake up at 5 in the morning, man.
I'm just laying down at 3.
Yeah. Dude, I wake up at 5 in the morning. I'm not going to bed till, 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night and repeating, rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
And that's what sets you apart. You could find time for sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep's a good thing.
Yeah.
But the average bear that's doing the best, he's not
Man,
sleeping.
listen, the sleep is not on their mind.
Yeah. And
yeah.
the celebrities that are excelling, they're not sleeping.
No.
So it's all about how you make of it, that route that you take.
Yeah.
You can be that guy that,
Yeah.
You go to bed at 7, 8 o'clock at night, no
Yeah.
problem. You can wake up at 7,
Yeah.
8 o'clock in the morning, get your 12 hours sleep, no
Yeah.
problem. But you're going to feel a lot better.
You can
if
follow. Yeah.
wake up at 5 in the morning,
Yeah.
make that bed, get to the gym, do what you got to do. Be ready 4/7.
Scientifically, it's already proven those times of the morning are the best.
Definitely.
To where your mind.
I feel so much better
Yeah.
waking up 4 or 5 in the morning,
Yeah.
doing what I have to do.
Because by the time the average person start, you done got so much done already.
Yep.
I'm learning to get to that. I ain't got to that one yet.
You call your friends at 7 in the morning.
What you doing?
They're like,
man, get
dude,
up.
I'm wide awake.
Yeah. Why are you so energized? Boy, I've been up.
I don't know. I just always been like that, man.
Yeah.
I can go to bed at 8 o'clock if it's a good night.
Yeah.
But dude, you get that wire in you where you're
Yeah.
like, dude, I want to go.
I need, it's so crazy because, even, I love the title of your podcast. Under the Hood.
Yeah, Under the Hood with Castor.
Yeah, Under the Hood with Castor. So Castor. I'm going to get it right, bro. I hope we can edit that part. Like, he don't know your
Like
name.
castor oil.
I've been saying that. You know what I'm saying? He said, but the thing is, my check engine light is on, right? As far as my health. I battle with high blood pressure. It's not that I'm unhealthy. I don't drink. I don't do none of that stuff, bro. It's that my workload. I don't know how to land my plane. I don't know how to turn the TV off. Sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them people.
I'm right with you.
You know what I'm saying?
I was just getting ready to say that. My check engine light's on with how fast my speed is.
Right.
And ever since I got married and had kids, they slowed me down in a good way.
Yeah.
And without them, man,
Yeah.
I would be off the rail.
Yeah.
Like too
Gone.
fast. Like,
Yeah.
You went off.
But
course.
you still like to drive, bro.
I just love a fast life, and
fast things too.
I tell them every day, they slow me down in the greatest possible way ever.
Yeah.
I need them. Without them, man.
Tell the wife she need to put another insurance policy on you,
Yeah.
bro. My wife said that, like, I need to double down on the insurance. Like, you be like, put your life on the line.
Yeah,
like,
I drive everything, dude. Motorcycles,
everything.
planes, cars.
You had a motorcycle accident. How old were you? You had your first one.
18.
18. I remember that one.
I was 18, leaving work.
Yeah.
I broke my hip, pelvis, and collarbone. Yeah, the doctor told me I'll never walk again.
Wow.
I was in the hospital for like almost a year.
That's crazy.
Recovering. And,
I remember that bike too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I was on a Harley and everything, and it definitely woke me up.
It did?
I feel like when I was 18, I felt like I was invincible. And
I can see that.
having an experience like that, man, where you can't move and you're
That's why I don't mess with bikes, bro. I'm afraid of motorcycles.
Dude, I still ride. I love them. My brother.
What you learned then? Do you still? But how you learn something? You say you still like to go fast.
Yeah. You
You
don't learn unless it happens, right?
Oh
and there's two types of riders I always preach. There's somebody that's going down. There's somebody that's been down.
Smart way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? You're going down. You eventually, not yet, but
there's somebody that's going to go down and somebody that's already been down.
Yeah.
About it.
I've seen too many accidents where people went down hard.
Yeah.
Just doing crazy stuff on them.
Yeah.
And I've never been a fan. And the moment that in 2009, I was going to buy a motorcycle, I said, you know what? I want one. And I remember walking into Sonic one day, eating my hot dog and my fries. Somebody walked into Sonic. They had on a hospital gown with crutches. And I'm looking. I said, but what happened to you? Somebody T-boned me coming across the light on a bike. And I said, that's it. I'm good.
People don't respect the bikers unless you have that super loud exhaust where they hear you coming.
Yeah.
But
what they call crotch rockets.
Yeah, the sports bikes. Yeah. They definitely you definitely don't get as much respect as you would in a car.
Right.
But I highly recommend, dude. Like if you ever want to ride a motorcycle, do it, man. Give it a try.
I'm okay.
Give it a try.
I'm
My brother, dude, he wanted to ride, and I told him, I'm like, okay, you can get your license.
Do we know how to ride
but
yet?
You have to take the motorcycle safety course.
Oh yeah, you can't get your license without it, right?
You can get your driver's license without taking the motorcycle safety course. However, I advise to do that if you've never been on a motorcycle. This is going to teach you all the stipulations about bikes, what's safe, what's not safe, all of the controls, just general literature on bikes themselves.
Yeah.
Just understanding the safety precautions, what people around you do. Because growing up like me, I've always been on bikes.
Right.
someone that's 16, 18, 20
Yeah.
years old that's just starting to get on bikes,
Yeah.
it's a lot different. It's a lot different. And having that 2-day class
Yeah.
is just like anything else. 2-day class on how to drive a boat.
Yeah.
2-day class on how to fix a car. You have a year class on how to fly a plane, so that's completely different, But
Congratulations, man. That's crazy.
Thank you. But staying to it, putting your heart to it, and really understanding that, all right, this is what I'm going to do. Maybe you want to pop wheelies. You busted your ass 1,000 times. But it's going to come to that time where, all right, I really understand that, all right, if I balance the bike this way, I can hold it. I'm not going to bust my ass anymore. And that's the same thing.
I don't know if I can do that
We're
one.
learning anything, man. Learn how to walk, learn how to ride, learn how to fly.
That one scar is a reminder every time I see myself, like, right, I ain't doing
Yeah,
that
I
no
was
more.
I was messed up. I was out of commission for a while.
I remember
and,
that. Then you went back to work.
Yeah, I'm still working.
you literally went right back to the shop.
Yeah,
like,
still working. And, it's just one thing you got to do, man.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to do it for you.
Nah, man.
We talked about that. You got to be me versus me.
That's it.
That's it.